Our area's most beautiful properties deserve the finest realtors. Meeks Realty Group. We focus on buying and selling residential and commercial properties throughout the tri-state area. Contact Meeks Realty Group online at meeks.us or call 304-440-1101.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Got a good Friday morning to you from the Par-Mar Store studio. We are on the air. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. Par-Mar, of course, the official convenience store of Marshall University and of the high school sports scene in West Virginia. We're brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group, too, including Thornhill Toyota. Come check out the new Camry, Corolla, RAV4, and more. They're not just selling cars at Thornhill. They're creating unforgettable adventures. Click or come by Thornhill Toyota, WV.com, or on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. And, of course, it's Friday Funhouse. And, yeah, we know. Everybody knows the big story is Joe Manchin. And Joe Manchin actually deciding not to seek another term in the U.S. Senate. So I'm not going to get into that today, per the rules of Friday Funhouse. Hoppy, though, will have not only, and probably the entire show devoted to that, but Hoppy's also going to have Senator Manchin himself on the show at 11:06. So it's going to be must-listen-to radio with Hoppy and Senator Manchin at 11:06 this morning on Talk Live. Coming up on this show this morning, we've got Chris Lawrence standing by with high school football as our coverage begins tonight. We're going to talk about that with Chris. John Robertson will be stopping by to talk about the Capital City Arts and Crafts Fair. We have a big thing going on here next week. We call it the Turkey Drop. Rob Reel from our sister station, Superstar Country 96.1 KWS, is going to stop by the studios to talk about that. Plus, my guest host this week is Morgan Morrison of Rock City Cake Company here in Charleston. Morgan, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. It is awesome to be here. I'm excited.
Welcome to the show. Now, you told me, we were talking back and forth last night, that you listened to some of the other shows, and the one that you chose to listen to get the idea was Tony the Tailor.
Yes.
Of all the ones.
I had to find the most unhinged one to make sure this was for me.
There you go. And, well, that doesn't get much more unhinged than that. We're going to talk about some things going on at Rock City, but also about Holly Jolly Brawley and the Downtown Business Association that you're a part of, and plus you get to play 10 questions. Let's go to Chris Lawrence, talk high school football. Hey, man.
What's up? Speaking of that Joe Manchin story, that, of course, broke yesterday right after Hotline hit the air. Mm-hmm. And you know the rules on Hotline.
Yeah.
No politics zone. We do not talk about politics. That's Weekly's big thing.
Yeah.
Well, you can't ignore that. So I told him, I said, get Hoppy. So they got Hoppy on. Hoppy came on, did a great job, as he always does. Mm-hmm. The most Dave Weekly thing ever. As soon as Hoppy has broken this huge story, Weekly goes, that was big, Coop. We violated our own rules. By the way, it's National Chicken Sandwich Day, which is more my lane.
Yeah. I saw that you commented on the X about that.
I thought that was the most Dave Weekly thing ever.
Indeed. So. High school football tonight and tomorrow.
And tomorrow, yes, indeed. We've got a couple of games for you this weekend. We try to bring as many local teams to you as we can, and we've had an opportunity to do that today and tomorrow. So tonight we will be at Jim McGee Field, Redskins Stadium in Hurricane, where the number 4 Redskins are hosting the number 13 Parkersburg Big Reds. It's ironic that these two are in the same conference, yet did not play this year. They've played about every team they've played, the other one has played, so it's not like they're unfamiliar with them. But that kicks off at 7:30 tonight. We'll be on the air at 7 from out there. Should be a good matchup. And then tomorrow afternoon, for those of you who are Herbert Hoover fans, we're going to go on the road with Hoover and bring you tomorrow's game between the Huskies and East Fairmont from the historic East-West Stadium. And a rather odd start time. They're going to kick that one off at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And we'll go on the air with the Comax pregame show at 3:30. Now, you're wondering probably because we've been talking about the fact that our Metro News game day coverage of the Mountaineers and the Oklahoma game starts at 3. What's going to happen there? We'll start it here at 3 on WCHS, but it will also be simulcast over on ESPN radio, AM 1490 and FM 106.7. And then we're going to break away at 3:30. Do the Hoover game, and then we'll come back. But if you want to catch the pregame show with Hoppy and Brad and the crew, you can listen over there on ESPN until we're back after the Hoover game.
Okay, all right, all good. I mean, this is Fred and I talked about it yesterday, man. Yeah. The most wonderful time of the year for high school. And I woke up this morning when I left the house about 7 o'clock. It was pouring the rain in Tays Valley, and I'm thinking, I'm loving this. This is what high school football is supposed to be.
Yeah, you're not loving it as much as the guys at Division of Forestry.
That's very true. That is very true. All right, speaking of which, because I know you've been in contact with those guys with all the rain that we've had here, is this, I mean, because we've had a lot of rain over the last couple hours, is it enough? Never enough.
It's really,
probably.
well, I mean, I guess there is a limit because you don't want to flood, but I don't know that it's going to be enough to dampen the forest to the point they'd like it to where the threat is gone. And in some parts of the state, they're probably not getting a lot of this, and it's supposed to clear up this afternoon. Wind's going to start blowing with this front coming in, and that'll just dry things right back out, and then tomorrow's supposed to be sunny and pretty again. So that's an issue, but at least maybe for this morning, they're getting an opportunity to have a donut and some coffee and do something else.
Set the truck and watch a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
After the games tonight, of course, you want to be sticking around for Fred and Dave and the crew with Metro News Game Night. Now, tomorrow morning, you're in with the Outdoors Show. What do you got tomorrow morning at 7:06?
Well, I was trying to think. We're all over the place tomorrow. I got a story with some of the Natural Resources Police where we were talking about they recently took a lot of children in West Virginia hunting, including some from the School for the Deaf and Blind on the hunting the youth hunting day. So we'll talk about that. Also, there was another huge buck killed in Gilmore County. We'll talk to the guy who killed that. There's a guy from Huntington who's now a professional fishing guide in Tennessee, but he also makes lures, and one of his lures won an international award. We'll talk to him. And you may have seen this. And it has created kind of a stir over in the Eastern Panhandle. A deer that had rabies was killed, and people have unnecessarily panicked over that, and I think it's largely because of the media. But we're going to try to set the record straight on that. It is not cause for a gigantic alarm and panic, just an awareness, and we'll talk to the DNR's folks in that part of the state about it tomorrow.
All right, Chris, have a great broadcast, you and the team tonight. Thanks a lot.
Okay, dude, thanks for having me in.
All right, Chris Lawrence again. Our coverage will begin tonight for Hurricane of Parkersburg, 7 o'clock, then tomorrow afternoon, Herbert Hoover, traveling up north, 3:30, your start time for that one here. So, there you go. There's your high school football report from Chris Lawrence. All right, let's go to Hannah Gardner with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. Hannah, good morning. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Meet Morgan, our good friend from Rock City, who is our guest host today.
Hi, Hannah. How are you? I'm so excited to do this part because I am obsessed with this dog I saw a picture of.
Oh, yes, I'm good, and she is the sweetest thing.
All right, so the dog's name is Minnie, and so we have the picture posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and also on X, on the Dave Allen Show on X. Let's talk about Minnie, Hannah. Go ahead.
All right, so Minnie, she is a female little girl. She's about 6 months old. So she's still a puppy. She's still playful. She's still got all that puppy energy. But however, she is very shy when you first meet her. She's not mean in any way whatsoever. She's just shy, kind of put back a little bit. It takes her a minute to warm up to you. But once she warms up to you, she is possibly the sweetest little dog, sweetest little puppy ever. She just wants to scoot up right next to you, and she'll lay her head on your leg. She's very, very sweet. But she is playful with other dogs. She's still learning to walk on the leash a little bit. She's still a puppy, so she's still learning everything. What we've noticed, she is very kid-friendly. Again, she's just very scared, so if you do have kids, or even if it's on your own, we always advise caution, just leaving them alone together. We don't recommend leaving kids and animals alone together anyways, no matter how long you've had them. But she is a very, very sweet girl. She's microchipped. She's got her vaccinations. And she came in as a stray bus, along with her sibling, who I believe is already adopted. So she just needs a home herself.
You know, and another thing I noticed about her picture, too, she just has the sweetest eyes and just this big nose, and it just completely melts your heart. And I always say, you know, I have 2 dogs at home, guys, and the personality they have when they're puppies is kind of what they take with them through their life. So the fact that she's this sweet, that pretty much just tells you she's going to be sweet forever. And I love her. I'd take her home myself if I could.
Oh, yeah, she's very, very sweet. And she's around 40-ish pounds, so she's going to be a bigger dog. She's very, very sweet, though, and she deserves a really, really good home. She's really sweet once she warms up to you, and she would become a social butterfly, I'm sure, with everyone once she got out of the shelter and got to see what it's like being in a home. Yeah,
she's a beautiful dog. And again, if you want to see the picture, go over to Dave Allen Radio on Facebook or the Dave Allen Show on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. What kind of dog? Do we have any idea what kind of dog Minnie is?
I do not. However, I mean, if I had to guess, if I had to throw some guesses out there, I would say maybe a little bit of shepherd, maybe. But definitely, if I had to put money on it, I would say like a black and tan coonhound mix with maybe like a shepherd or something. But she's full-blooded sweet. That's what she is.
Full-blooded sweet. That's the official description, official title. By the way, it is Happy Animal. It's Animal Shelter Appreciation Week, Hannah. So Happy Animal Shelter Appreciation Week.
Thank you. We are loving on all the dogs and playing with them.
I want to talk about the. I want to talk. Go ahead, Hannah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, so come on out and adopt.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk about cats for a moment. Now, I did a little research. As of earlier this week, you all had about 40 or so cats available for adoption, well over 100 that were there because they're still being cared for in one way or the other. We talk a lot about dogs on this show, but you've always got cats available, too.
Yes, and we'll have to do another one soon. But, yes, we do have a lot of cats and kittens right now. So if you do want to come out, I know that until Sunday, adoption fees are 50% off. So it's just where we have such high capacity right now. So come out and adopt. Everything, cats, kittens, puppies included even. So everything is 50% off.
There you go. It'd be a great time to get Minnie. I'm just dropping a hint there, Morgan.
I know. I might have to pay a visit later and come meet Minnie. Is she just readily available for me to come love on today?
Oh, yeah, she is.
There you go. There you go.
I guess I have afternoon plans now.
Forget about the cupcakes.
Yeah.
We're going to get you.
You guys are on your own. I'm going to the shelter.
She's on her way. That's awesome. Real quick here, Anna, I know that there's still some items that you need up there. All the chows, dog and cat chows, wet food of any kind, cat litter, blankets. There's a complete list available on your all's Facebook page, but you're always in need of stuff up there.
Yes, we need treats, paper towels, gloves, Dawn dish soap, litter, wet food of any kind, and like you said, all the Purina dog chow, puppy chow, cat chow, and kitten chow.
All right. We had a text to the show here that says, several days ago, a small dog was found inside of a dumpster in downtown Charleston. Does anyone know what it's going to take to get the news media and state officials to focus on these evil, heartless cases and get animal and abuse and neglect charges strengthened or upgraded? These things are becoming much too common anymore. I will say this, by the nature of this show, not on Friday we don't talk politics, but the other 4 days we're all about politics in this show. I know for a fact that a lot of elected officials listen to this show daily, either live or available on the podcast. So if you're on the clock, legislators, let's kick some butt here.
Yeah, we definitely, we hate seeing all of those cases that come in that are sad and heartbreaking, but we do everything we can that we are allowed to do to help and to reach out to different resources and try to get, where we're at capacity. We've been having to have a lot of people go to rescues and stuff with some of the animals, but we've been taking in everything that we can.
Yeah. All right, Hannah, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Look for Morgan. She may be paying a visit up there this afternoon.
I will be,
All right.
I
We'll
will be
see.
paying a visit.
All right.
I always like to visit them.
All right, Hannah, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
All right, again, the dog's name is Minnie, 6 months old, vaccinated, microchip, not fixed yet, but will be. Prefers playful dogs, still learning to walk a little bit on the leash, Hannah tells me. Seems to be very kid-friendly. Kind of shy, came in as a stray. That happens a lot, but does open up after a while. Just a sweet, sweet dog. Can be a little bit timid. Weighs about 40 pounds now, but will grow. And only 6 months old. If she's 40 pounds now, we don't want to discourage anybody from adopting, but you need to take that into consideration. It's going to be a big old dog.
Yeah, it might be about 60-pound dog or so.
Yeah, so make sure that you got it. If you are interested in Minnie, it's just a beautiful dog. Make sure that you've got the resources and the space available, because there's nothing worse than having a big old dog and not having enough property for them, so to speak, and keeping them cooped up in the house all day, or God forbid on a chain, because if you leave dogs unchained, you're an evil SOB.
You absolutely are. My claws really come out for animals. I feel like you just have to find the right one for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
right
or the right several.
Yeah, or the right, in my case, the right several, yeah.
All right. So, again, take a look at Minnie's picture. It's available on my social media pages. Hey, the show's brought to you by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, and who isn't, did you know that Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap? At Bridge Valley, you can train for little or no cost with a 50-50 salary match. Bridge Valley can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships for more information. We're going to talk about the 54th annual Capital City Arts and Crafts Show coming up right after this. Morgan Morrison is here from Rock City. We're back after this from the Parmar Store Studio. We're brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Are you ready to make every adventure awesome? Look no further than the new Thornhill Toyota. Introducing the 2023 Toyota Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. The ultimate companions for your journey. Whether it's the sleek Camry or the adventurous RAV4, we've got the perfect ride for you. And don't forget our unbeatable selection. We've got a ride for every style and budget. At the new Thornhill Toyota, we're not just selling cars, we're creating unforgettable adventures. So why wait? Visit us today and let's make every adventure awesome together. Click or come by at ThornhillToyotaWV.com or on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. See Thornhill for full details.
Thrive with 5 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 5%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by a Poca Valley Bank location today or call 844-782-2651. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield. Subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
Keep up with the headlines Sunday afternoon at 1 with ABC's This Week. Tune in as the award-winning ABC News team recaps the week in Washington, providing interviews with politicians and newsmakers who drive the national discussion. From elections and policy to scandals and the Oval Office, ABC News goes behind the scenes for revealing stories that clarify the top news. ABC This Week, Sunday afternoons at 1 with an encore at 8 on the Voice of Charleston, 104.5, 96.5, and 580 WCHS.
It is 9:25. Welcome back to the show, brought to you by Brightway, the Mays Agency of Tays Valley. Buying auto insurance or any kind of insurance can be complicated. That's why you need a local person to look out for you. At Brightway, the Mays Agency, they can customize your policies with coverages you need and want. Call John and Sherry Mays today. Good local people. 304-814-2509 to visit brightwaymays.com. Morgan Morrison is here as my guest co-host today. Still hanging in there, kid?
I'm still hanging in. I love this.
And you're going to go get that dog, aren't you? You're going to go get Minnie. Come on.
I'm thinking about Minnie. I'm not going to lie. I might at least go pay her a visit.
Pay her a visit, and they love that at the shelter. If it's going to clear up a little bit later on the day. They love people to come up and just take them for a walk, or maybe you could maybe foster her for a while or something.
I love working. They're really good people up there, and they actually named a dog after me.
Really?
Not too long ago, and I was like, okay, I've made it in life. That's
you got a dog named after you.
I peaked.
Was it Morgan or
yeah.
Morrison? Or
it was Morgan.
Rock City? Or
yeah,
what?
yeah, it was a Rock City inspired dog, and I'm pretty sure they named it Morgan after me.
Rock City
so
Rottweiler.
Yeah.
So it should have been. John Robertson is here to talk about the 54th Annual Capital City Arts and Crafts Show. John, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
All right. So give us all the details on this Arts and Crafts Show. 54 years. You haven't been there for all 54.
A lot of those, but no, I haven't been for 54. But, we had to postpone 2020 and 21 because of COVID. So it's the 54th show, not the 54th annual.
Okay. All right. Make sure we get the verbiage right there. So for 54 years, this thing's been going on at the
Coliseum Convention Center, and it's kind of the beginning of Christmas season for many of us because it kind of kicks things off. There's so many wonderful things there to observe and purchase at the show. They're made by West Virginia craftspeople. Even though we have craftspeople from 6 states, the majority of them are West Virginians.
Awesome. What kind of crafts are we talking about?
We'll have anything from pottery to photography to textiles to quilts to food items to forged items. So there's so many things. There's a variety for everyone.
Okay. And again, I know a lot of people, you've been on the show ever since I've been doing the show. You come in to talk about this. A lot of people wait and they save their money. Not that you need a whole lot of money for some of these things because, as you said, the Christmas season is here.
Yeah, they want to do something that's more unique or different, that's not reproduced in department stores and so forth. And it's a great place to come and find something that's kind of unique for that special person.
That's awesome. So how many different vendors do you say that you have there?
We'll have 100 vendors in 160 booths. So it's typically been, we refer to as the largest indoor show in West Virginia. And awesome. Because it is a sales show, our craftspeople do well. We have a lot of folks that are interested in being exhibitors in the show.
Awesome. That's great.
It's also sponsored by the Kanawha City Lions Club, and 100% of the proceeds from the show goes to charity. None of our members are paid. It's all a volunteer effort.
And there's a lot that goes into putting this show on.
It'll start next year's. Will start in February of this year.
That's usually what it starts.
And yes,
sometimes it's even like the next day you sit down with a legal pad. What worked, what didn't work. But you guys have been doing it so long over there. I think that you do a great job. Hey, we just happen to have, and I appreciate you doing this. I have got a family 4-pack of tickets to give away, and Ryan, our Nicholson, our producer, is standing by. So if you're caller 3 right now at 304-345-5858, 304-345-5858. If you're caller 3 right now, we'll set you up with a family 4-pack of tickets for the big event, the Capital City Arts and Crafts Show. And again, we're looking for caller 3 right now at 304-345-5858, 304-345-5858. Caller 3 right now. I got a family 4-pack of tickets, and those are good for anytime you want to go, right?
Anytime you come.
And again, give us those hours and
whatnot. It's going to be next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, so this is next weekend, yeah.
Right, next weekend, November 17 through 19. On Friday, opens at 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Saturday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Sunday, noon until 5.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was this weekend. That's really important to know, Dave. It's next weekend.
And it's $6 admission for adults, $1 for children under 12. And also there are opportunities for discounts. We will have Union Mission's Thanksgiving food drive truck in front of the facility, and if you bring a non-perishable food product, you get a $1 discount. And also, we are collecting gently used tennis shoes or sneakers, and if you bring those in, we'll also give you a discount, although you can't double dip.
You can't double dip.
See, that's incredible. So basically what you're telling me is we can help nonprofits and get very unique gifts, Christmas presents, items. These are all locally made things. Yeah. And, that's kind of what I'm into. I love when I receive a gift or give a gift, I like getting something that you can't get anywhere else.
And so many of these things that these folks make, they're doing it for no labor practically because they price it. It's a labor of love for them.
Mm-hmm. All right. By the way, got a text here for you, John. Texter says, I'm looking for original WVU items for my mother for Christmas. Do you know if there are vendors that specialize in that?
Yes, there are. And there are a number of folks that are producing West Virginia university-style
You're all ready to go for the Mountaineers this weekend. You got your West Virginia shirt and your West Virginia jacket. You're ready to go. But there are original items for WVU, for WVU fans there.
Our show is not a vendor show. Ours is a craft show. And so the items, for the most part, that you will see throughout the Civic Center there will be handmade craft items from the exhibitors. not the gutter guards and the Fashion 220s or people that are buying product from someone else and trying to resell it.
All original stuff.
All original.
So how does somebody get involved if they are a crafter or if they want to be a vendor? How do they get involved?
Right now we're full for this year, but if for consideration next year, by April, they should send to us, email to us, or go to our Facebook page and message us information about pictures of their craft, a description of the price range, a description of their role in producing the items, and also we want to know how they market their product currently.
Okay, so you're just not going to let people show up to sell these. So you got to have some proof that you're legit on this, that you're actually an original crafter. John, do you find that young people are getting involved in this sort of thing anymore? I mean, what's the age?
We have to, because you have to change, and so many of what we knew as the old-time crafts people have gotten old and quit doing it, or also decided because of COVID it changed people's lives, particularly older people, and they've stopped. So we're seeing a resurgence now of younger people that are really getting into the craft industry.
And I would think, too, that now that there's so many different YouTube videos available and things of that nature that people can go on if they want to learn to craft, not like it was traditionally where it had to be handed down from grandma or whatever. Right. You could actually go on and say, hey, I've got an interest in this. How do you do it?
That's right.
And I respect people that do that as somebody who has absolutely zero ability whatsoever to do things like that.
I have to totally be vulnerable here. I've pretty much built my career on YouTube how-to videos. So I went to the College of YouTube and Google. So.
Got a degree from that.
Yeah, I do. I have a degree in that. I mean, it's a great thing. It is like kind of like you said, it's different. I feel like in my generation, the younger generation, we learned it different, but. The fact that you said you do see young people doing it, I think it's cool that they're into it. Now, do you feel like it's like headed in a different direction with the younger generation, or do you feel like it's like this, moving?
I think we're seeing a different take on a lot of the same things and putting their mark on it and making those items a little bit more current to the younger audience.
By the way, I want to throw this in here. Ryan tells me we have a winner of our family 4-pack of tickets, Robin Groves. So, Robin, congratulations. You and your family will be enjoying the show next weekend. Give us the dates, times again.
November 17, 18, and 19. That's next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday from 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Saturday, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and Sunday noon until 5.
All right.
And since 1980, we have generated donations to primarily local charities of $1.6 million off this show.
Oh, wow.
That's very impressive. That's very impressive. And, of course, with it being in the newly refurbished over the last couple of years Coliseum and Convention Center, you can have even more vendors. And how many vendors you have in there approximately?
100 vendors and 160 booths.
Okay.
Because many of them take 2 spaces.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, I appreciate it. We'll be talking about this next week. We appreciate you setting up with us tickets. We'll give away some tickets next week, too.
As always, we appreciate your help in promoting it.
Absolutely. So it's the 54th Capital City Arts and Crafts Show, and you folks in the Lions Club in Kanawha City do a great job of putting this on. It's truly a labor of love, John.
It is. It is a labor of love.
It ain't a labor of money.
And it takes a lot of love.
So how many people do you say it takes to put on this event?
Well, we have.
I know it's a team.
We have 40 members, but it takes a lot of family members and friends. It's not just the folks that are in our club. We depend upon our friends,
a lot of wives
neighbors.
And kids and whatever that get thrown into this sort of thing.
And then we have, like one of the groups we work with have for a number of years is the Capitol High School ROTC, and those young people come down and help us. It's a great experience for them to interact with us, the older guys, and also it's amazing. These young people today. I mean, you hear lots of stories, but these are good kids, and they are learning volunteerism.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, John, again, it's all happening next weekend. I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for having us.
It was good to meet you.
It's 24 minutes away from 10. Hang on with me one second here. I want to let you know the show is brought to you in part by General Hardware and Lumber of Winfield. Come check out their new contractor showroom there, Lumber Yard. They got it all. Of course, they deliver service and quality right to your door. Don't buy until you get a quote from General Hardware and Lumber of Winfield. Morgan Morrison is here from Rock City. Eagerly anticipating doing 10 questions a little bit later on?
I'm pretty excited for it. I'm a little nervous.
Well, you should be nervous about meeting Rob Reel from our sister station 96.1 KWS because he's a scary guy.
Okay.
And Rob is going to be coming up here momentarily to talk about something we're very excited about that we're doing here next week. It's the WVRC Media Turkey Drop. And somebody asked me, now, is this going to be like on WKRP in Cincinnati with Les Nessman where they dropped it? No, it's not that kind of it. We're going to ask people to bring us turkeys next week.
Where's the razzle dazzle? Do we not get a crane or anything?
Well,
where's the dramatic stage?
Rob is working on that right now, so Rob's going to be here momentarily to talk about that. So, John, appreciate you being here. We'll take a break. We're back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
At Stike Wealth Enhancement Group, we believe a better investment experience for investors begins with independent, personalized advice. Hi, I'm Jim Goolsby, and I'm happy to be a part of Stike Wealth Enhancement Group. If you're considering retirement or would like to put a plan in place for your current and future investment needs, reach out to us at Stike Wealth Enhancement Group, 304-443-4247, or jgoolsby@stikewealth.com.
Securities and advisory service offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA.
Are you ready to make every adventure awesome? Look no further than the new Thornhill Toyota. Introducing the 2023 Toyota Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. The ultimate companions for your journey. Whether it's the sleek Camry or the adventurous RAV4, we've got the perfect ride for you. And don't forget our unbeatable selection. We've got a ride for every style and budget. At the new Thornhill Toyota, we're not just selling cars, we're creating unforgettable adventures. So why wait? Visit us today and let's make every adventure awesome together. Click or come by at ThornhillToyotaWV.com or on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. See Thornhill for full details.
Hello, I am Judge Stephanie Abraham, and I am running for Circuit Court here in Kanawha County.
Judge Stephanie Abraham was appointed to the Circuit Court by Governor Jim Justice. Judge Stephanie Abraham owned and managed her own law firm and was an attorney for the Department of Education and General Counsel for the State Board of Education. Judge Stephanie Abraham is a fair and balanced but tough judge who will always follow the Constitution to protect liberty and achieve justice for all.
I am Judge Stephanie Abraham. I appreciate your vote for Kanawha County Circuit Court.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect Judge Stephanie Abraham.
Don't miss this year's hottest tour, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, the ultimate rock holiday phenomenon. Friday, November 17th, Charleston Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Ignite your senses with an electrifying fusion of rock and classical. Trans-Siberian Orchestras, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve. A portion of the proceeds benefiting WVU Medicine Children's.
21 minutes away from 10 from the Parmar Stores studio. Welcome back. Morgan Morrison's here from Rock City Cake Company.
I sure am.
Yeah, still here.
I'm still sitting here. So
still here. She ain't afraid to be. If you're scared, say you're scared. You ain't run her off yet.
So so good.
That's Rob Reel, by the way.
Good morning.
From her sister station, 96.1 Superstar Country KWS.
Yes.
I've already warned her about you, Rob.
He had a lot of great things to say about you, Rob.
All of those are filthy lies.
Well, let me say this at the top. It's Veterans Day.
It is
Veterans Day. It's kind of a 2-day thing now because it's you have Veterans Day and then it's the actual observation things are closed up today, but we're going to be so it's kind of turned into a 2-day thing because of the way the calendar fell this year.
Well, and it's always a 2-day thing for me because November 10th is Marine Corps Day.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. You're decked out in your Marine Corps gear.
I am.
Thank you, sir, for your service.
It was my honor. Yeah. I know many veterans, I don't presume to speak for all of us, I only speak for me. Yeah. I know that many veterans get uncomfortable, get a little twitchy about how to react to that. People only mean well when they say that. There's never sarcasm. People, when they say thank you, they mean it. And so my response has become, it was my honor. And then we can move on with the
Everybody's
conversation.
Different about that.
Yes. And long time ago, radio station far, far away, back when I worked in the Rockies and the Cascades, we would get an email every 6 months from our lovely CEO, who was the kind of guy, I don't think he'd ever served anybody lunch, let alone served in uniform, but bless his heart. Every 6 months, we would get the email that would outline that Memorial Day is about those who have died, and particularly those who have served and those who have died, and particularly those who died while in service, and that Veterans Day is about the living veterans. And I know he meant well, but honestly, it's not that hard. It's not that big a deal. You're not going to offend somebody when you say thank you for your service on Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Flag Day, any day. You're not going to upset us.
Choose like April 23rd. I mean, that's when we should be thanking veterans, and I'm just using that day at random. It doesn't matter. You should thank veterans every day, because the reason that we're able to sit in the studio and argue politics, the reason that Morgan's able to make cupcakes and do whatever, all the stuff that she does, is because of people that served. I get a little bit, my redneck comes out of me about that. So as I did not serve, as I told the story yesterday, but my dad did. Yeah. And literally died, although it was years later, of Agent Orange, for his service in Vietnam. So, yeah, thank veterans. All right, let's feed some people.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's talk about that.
So next Thursday, we are turning our loop of a parking lot here at 1111 Virginia Street East into a drive-through turkey drop. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah, we've already made that joke.
So did you know that was inspired by a real radio promotion?
Tell us, Rob.
So there was a station, I believe it was in Atlanta. Hugh Wilson, the guy who created WKRP in Cincinnati, worked in radio. That's why it's so real.
Yeah.
Other than the fact they didn't wear headphones, it's practically a documentary.
Other than that.
And he worked for a guy or knew a guy who tried to do a live turkeys off the back of a truck thing. So that's what inspired the helicopter, the sacks of wet cement, the humanity, Pinedale Mall, Turkeys Away episode. So we're turning it a different way. We want you to drop turkeys with us. Frozen turkeys. That's always the hardest part of the holiday meal. Folks seem to be great about the non-perishable stuff, but it's getting the actual turkeys.
They'll give you the green beans because they're easy.
Yes. The things I want to say in response to that I'm not allowed to. So we are collecting frozen turkeys. That's all we want. Just bring us a frozen turkey. You don't have to get out of your vehicle. We will have people who will fetch that and put it in the bin and make sure it gets on to the right people. If you want to do a cash donation, if you want to do a check donation, if that is easier for you, maybe you're somebody like me who lives alone. You're not cooking up a turkey. You're not going to buy one for yourself. You're not going to buy an extra one. That's fine. We will take folding money. We are happy to do that and pass that along. Thank you to the Bigly Piggly Wiggly for being behind this with us. In fact, that would be a great place to go buy your frozen turkey.
Indeed.
And maybe buy a couple of extras if you can afford to do that. I come from one of those families where if you didn't get up and shoot it on Thanksgiving morning, you were not going to have turkey on the table Thanksgiving afternoon. So I understand what it's like to maybe not have the turkey for Thanksgiving, and everybody deserves to have at least a little feast on Thanksgiving.
I agree. And so this is what day next week?
Next Thursday, 6A to 6P.
And this is, again, one of those events that we do that we're all out there. I mean, it's all the stations. You kind of put this together for 96.1 KWS, but we're also CHS, V100, The Beat. We're all going to be a part of this next week.
Yeah, just because, we're first to fight and last to leave, Marines we are, doesn't mean that we're not happy to welcome our brothers and sisters from, the soldiers, the sailors, and the airmen to come be a part of this. And that's how we are with all the radio stations. They give me a hard time when I wear a baseball cap in the building, but let them come for me today.
Exactly.
I'm wearing the Marine Corps hat. Let them come for me today.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to have you on again next week to talk about this, to remind people. But again, it's next Thursday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bring those frozen turkeys here to our studios, 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston. It'll be real simple to do. You don't even have to get out of your car. Just go over, and when you mentioned Bigly Piggly Wiggly, because they're making it all possible, go. That'd be a great place to go, but just get us a frozen turkey.
Yeah, I know this is a big shopping weekend for that. Get your freezer loaded up so you have everything. So when you grab that turkey for you and yours, grab an extra one. Or maybe two, if you can.
All right, Rob. We'll talk to you next week. I'll have you on a couple times next week to talk about it, man. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for your service.
It's my honor.
He's wearing that gear. Do you know how many times he's going to hear that today? That's my honor. It's my honor. But
you know what? No matter how many times I hear it, I always appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate you. It is 15 minutes away from 10, so you can come over and help us out with this next week, Morgan. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. You don't have to be there the whole time. We'll give you a shift. How's that?
Hey, I'll take it. I just picture a big, huge truck of turkeys. Like who's transporting I have so many questions. Where are these turkeys going?
Actually, Ryan, our producer, he didn't know that, but Ryan is going to be driving the truck for the turkeys.
Okay.
Welcome aboard, Ryan. He didn't know he was doing that.
I want to sign up to be the turkey driver.
Hey, there's another event going on I want to mention here real quick. There's an organization. It's called the Clubs in Hand Foundation. And what it is, it's a organization that teaches young people to play golf. And it's people that maybe wouldn't, and that's there's no way you can say this, make it sound right, that normally may not have an opportunity to play golf.
Golf is a bougie sport. Let's just be real here.
And it's very expensive. It's very expensive just to get started. Well, they're doing what they call a PART, P-A-R-T, benefiting the Clubs and Hand Foundation. It's being presented by the John L. Dickinson family at Embassy Suites tomorrow night. Starts at 7 o'clock. And the idea, again, behind this organization is to give people from all backgrounds an opportunity to gain life lessons through golf. This event is happening in Embassy Suites tomorrow night. I want to get a plug in for that. For more information, you can visit First Tee, it's T-E-E, First Tee, westvirginia.org for more information on that. Morgan Morrison is here from Rock City Cake Company. We move at the speed of light here on the show.
You're right. It did fly by. I've just been sitting here watching.
Well, we're not done yet. Before we talk about Rock City and some of the things, I want to know about you. Give us the bio on Morgan Morrison.
I mean, that's kind of hard without talking about Rock City because I feel like, kind of
like
you, work is my identity.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, we're both Logan people. We moved to the big city.
LA, baby.
The big city of Charleston here, living life in the fast lane. My life, that's pretty much what it consists of. Is just if I'm not baking cake, I'm traveling. I'm all around, but mainly cake.
Was this something? Cake is your life.
Cake is my life, for better or for worse.
What was this something that you wanted to do as a kid? Did you, like at 5 or 6 years old, say one day I'm going to operate a bakery?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Dave. I fell into this. It was
into
one
the cake batter.
I just literally fell into this. I never wanted. I always knew that. I wanted to do something. Growing up, I always had these ideas. Like, I just wanted to own my own business. I had so many, ideas of how to reach people and stuff, but never specifically was I like, oh, I need to be a baker. I love baking. I like to cook. I'd never baked anything beyond basically Pillsbury frozen cookies before I stepped into this. And I just kind of fell into it, and it worked for me.
Okay, so you opened up the first Rock City in Logan.
It was in Logan. So it was funny because I met Courtney, my business partner now, and we had 2 other business partners at the time, and was like, I came in right as it was becoming an idea, it was becoming a thing. The storefront was about to open, and I actually started working the front counter. And then as literally less than a year, I was like, okay, this might be my calling. And, the opportunity arose to where we could, it was a buyout. So nothing bad. It was just a buyout situation. The other 2 partners decided, like, hey, this is not for me, I don't think. And I was like, Courtney, let's just do it. Let's do it. And, here I am, 18. I had dropped out of college. I went to Southern. No idea what I wanted to do.
Southern West Virginia Community Technical College.
Yeah, no idea what I wanted to do. I was basically just blowing my financial aid through basics. And I just remember sitting down with a financial aid woman, and I was like, hey, I know this sounds crazy, but I just bought into a bakery, and I'm going to drop out. What do you want me to do with my financial aid money? And she was like, that's a terrible idea. You're never going to make it. You're never going to do anything with this. You need a college degree. I'm not hating on college degrees. No. Obviously, they're important. But I was like, I just don't think I have time for both, and I feel like I'm being a lot more productive at work. So I'm sorry, I'm out. And then I just kind of dove head first, and we were in Logan for 3 years, I think. And that didn't work out. The economy's so hit or miss,
right,
and I think we have big ideas and small town, and I would never talk bad about Logan. It helped us get our footing, and it helped us, start our brand.
You learn lessons there.
We have learned. I've literally grew up with this company. I started as a kid, and you just learn every step of the way, and it didn't work out in Logan. I'm not too prideful to admit we went under.
Yeah.
Where the AEP was trying to cut us off. We were getting evicted. It just wasn't working. And then, I think we're splitting a 4x4 from Wendy's, and we were like, what are we going to do? And we drove to Charleston, not like we had any money to do it. We had a quarter tank of gas, and driving down Capitol Street, saw the for rent or for lease in the window. And
what year was this?
2016.
Okay.
I believe.
And so that's when you moved Rock City to here. A lot of bakeries in the area, or whatever you prefer to call them. What is it that makes Rock City so unique? Because you do different kind of thing there.
We do different stuff. I think, I love all the bakeries here. I'm somebody that believes we lift each other up. We We do everything. I think, everybody kind of has their own unique stuff, but I feel like I've always felt like, especially with my vision with Rock City, it's bigger. It's more than just a bakery. I mean, in a literal sense, we're also a music venue, and, we have our hand in pretty much every pot you can, but I've always used Rock City. We do the cakes, we do the cookies, we have a huge variety. We're not afraid to push the boundaries socially on what we're always pushing something. Yeah. trying to stay unique, but I've always used it as kind of a platform to connect with people.
Okay.
There's room for cake at every table for any discussion, for any. And I know that kind of sounds cheesy, but you get to connect with people on their best days, their worst days. There's just always room to eat a piece of cake, and I love that connection.
Let me ask you this, for then we got to go to break. We'll come back with 10 questions. I know it's like asking what is your favorite child, but what's your personal favorite thing on the menu at Rock City? Your personal favorite.
Oh, that's a hard question. My personal favorite right now, I'm really into cinnamon rolls right now.
Okay.
I feel like I've perfected the cinnamon roll recipe, and I'm hyper fixated on cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls. There you go. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Morgan a little bit more, but we're going to get right into 10 questions when we come back right after this. A quick reminder that the text we get to the show, our text line is sponsored by Fruth Pharmacy. Fruth is celebrating their 71st year in business. Stop by any Fruth location, register to win some really, really great prizes. Fruth Pharmacy has been your hometown pharmacy for 71 years. We are back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
You down. If you're working to maintain a stellar reputation, then let me introduce you to DC Elevator. We want to work with you to make sure your people get where they are going. What could be better than a new company coming to the area and already having 45 years of experience? DC Elevator is bringing a new culture of elevator maintenance, repairs, modernization, and installation to West Virginia. Don't leave your people hanging. For a free consultation, call DC Elevator at 304-345-7222.
Are you ready to make every adventure awesome? Look no further than the new Thornhill Toyota. Introducing the 2023 Toyota Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. The ultimate companions for your journey. Whether it's the sleek Camry or the adventurous RAV4, we've got the perfect ride for you. And don't forget our unbeatable selection. We've got a ride for every style and budget. At the new Thornhill Toyota, we're not just selling cars, we're creating unforgettable adventures. So why wait? Visit us today and let's make every adventure awesome together. Click or come by at ThornhillToyotaWV.com or on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. See Thornhill for full details.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HUNK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text HUNK to 42424. That's HUNK to 42424.
Back on the show, brought to you in part by Meeks Realty Group. Discover the unrivaled expertise of Meeks Realty Group, your ultimate partners in all things real estate, whether it's your dream home or that ideal commercial space. Meeks has you covered. Contact Rich the Realtor, 304-932-7488. Let Rich and the team guide you on your real estate journey. Take a look at their listings at meeks.us. All right, we got to make this quick. We're running out of time here. Ready to play 10 questions. We do this each week with our guest host on Friday Funhouse. Please verify, Morgan, that you have not seen the questions.
Nope.
These questions were formulated by our crack research team from a remote, undisclosed location somewhere near Shadyside in St. Albans. And for listeners at home, at work, listening in the car, as always, no wagering. All right. Are you ready, Morgan?
I guess.
What's your middle name?
Don't make me do Shakira.
Shakira. Write that down. First Shakira we've ever had on the show.
It's ridiculous.
What time did you wake up this morning?
5:45.
What was your first car?
A Mazda 3.
I would rather you punch me in the throat than make me listen to.
I don't know.
We'll come back.
Come back to that.
Your
one.
second favorite color, second flavor.
Gray.
This is you talking. I may do sweets for a living, but this is one variety I don't like.
Of sweets?
Yeah. Or flavor or whatever.
I hate anything that is anise.
Okay. What about a nephew? I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I am most comfortable when I'm wearing my
underwear.
Which she's wearing more than that today, by the way. All right, we're done. Ryan, hit the closing theme. We're done. You've had enough. You've just got to get away. You're packing your bags and you're heading to
Europe.
Random fun fact about Morgan. I have the rare ability to
fall asleep in 0.2 seconds.
Okay. If I'm home and just chilling, it's likely my TV will be on
Grey's Anatomy.
All right. I would rather you punch me in the throat than make me listen to.
God, I don't know. I like all music.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I mean,
that's your answer.
I mean, honestly, there's nobody that I hate.
Just say this show. How's
this
that?
show. Dave Allen.
This show.
Dave Allen.
Show.
Don't ever make me do this again.
You have completed 10 questions. How cool was that?
Stressful.
Now you get a moist towelette
Okay.
for completing the show. All right, let's talk about Holly Jolly Brawley. That's kind of your pet project.
Yes.
Talk about it.
So real quick, I am the vice president of the Downtown Charleston Association. Our pretty much like signature event is Holly Jolly Brawley. It's this year we have almost 200 Christmas trees. They're all sponsored and decorated by businesses locally. We have a synchronized light show we've added that'll be in City Center. The 2 days, it's on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday directly after Thanksgiving. So that's when the actual Street Fest is. There's also Black Friday Art Walk that is connected as well. So, we really push to go through all the downtown businesses. It's great. We have live music. We have a kids village with the Alpine slide crafts. I mean, it's all free. It's amazing. We want everybody to come out. And then the display, the light show, and the Christmas trees are up until first of the year.
We'll have you on again to talk about that. Talk about this business organization that you're a part of.
So the Downtown Charleston Association, the president is Kevin Madison, my friend. He's the general manager of Black Sheep. It is a nonprofit organization. Basically, our goal is to just drive, how can we improve downtown? How can we support our downtown businesses? What can we do to bring foot traffic in? Like I said, kind of a off of us, we also took over Art Walk as well. Mm-hmm. So Kevin's working really hard and everybody to make Art Walk, and it's just great.
Rock City Cake Company available on all the social media sites. Address?
Yes. 205 Capitol Street, Charleston, West Virginia.
Go down and get you some stuff. By the way, got a text here from the mayor that wants to know if you brought cream horns.
Didn't, but I'll bring her some if she wants.
What? I'm the one that hosts the damn show, not her.
We don't like you, Dave. We like Amy.
All right. Show is brought to you in part by our friends at Huston's Pizza and also by Pinnacle Consultants, the only commercial lab in West Virginia for asbestos and mold. Thank you so much, Morgan. It's been fun.
Thank you, Dave. It's been all right.
All right. It's been all right. You can take the girl out of Logan. I'll leave it at that. Mayor Monday coming up on Monday with Nitro Mayor Dave Cates, Bolt, Putnam County Clerk and Secretary of State candidate Brian Wood, and Rich Lindsay will be here. Hoppy's coming up with Joe Manchin. We'll see you Monday. Till then, have fun. I love somebody.
WCHS AM, 96.5 FM Charleston, 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.